you're a freelance designer, artist, filmmaker and just starting out, chances are that you've been struggling for that retail space, perhaps even struggling for ideas and looking for the right people to collaborate with. Well, this is where co-working spaces come in and why they suddenly seem to be taking off in India. India finally waking up to the concept of spaces where you can sit with, well, people who've been strangers so far, people doing their own things, spaces that you can rent out for a day, a couple of hours, a week, a month, a year, depending on your needs. Of course, throw up a whole host of other ideas as well, but why are they really becoming so popular in India and who are the kind of people who are using them? So let's get a sense from some people who are here. Tanvi, hi, you're someone who's an entrepreneur, a social entrepreneur for instance, and why are you here? Like, what drew you here? What does a space like this do for you and your work?
I think with what I do every day, there's a lot of new ideas, new creativity, sort of new perceptions that are being drawn in with young people. So this space attracted me primarily because of the kind of creativity that it induces just while sitting here, even on your own.
So it's not so much as not being able to find a space on your own. It's also the people you meet, the ideas that you get in a space like this, which would perhaps be different from something that you would rent out on your own.
Absolutely, I think in a city like Delhi, there's no dearth of a good space to work, and I mean we have our own offices as well, but we choose to sort of come here, have a spot here, be inspired by the other people working here, finding out what the interesting thing is that they're doing and how we can connect with them through our work and sort of personally as well.
That's quite interesting. So. How has it really benefited your work? Are there any sort of like tangible examples that you'd like to
So I've been coming here for about a week, and I think I've been able to reconnect with a lot of people that I used to study with and work with and find out a lot of really amazing things that they're doing. Other than that, working in a sort of social space, we always need people who want to volunteer or need people who want to sort of know about our work and the things that we do in education. So letting them know about our opportunities, letting them know that we're recruiting for different kinds of people. Also, I mean, just looking for like bloggers, looking for consultants in the development space, looking for someone who can help us with our website.
So a place like this, you're saying, offers you that platform to connect with people like this. So do you have you found these connections that you're talking about around you in this last week?
So there's been a lot of informal connections for sure, and that we're building on yet. I mean, it's only been a week that I've been coming here regularly, but it's definitely like it's a platform that I know something will come about, will happen.
Thanks a ton, Tanvi. Right, so that's of course the kind of creativity, the kind of collaborations that we've heard people speak about, besides of course the skyrocketing real estate prices and just how difficult it is to find that. Well, we're also now joined by Pranab here, Pranab, manager at work at Social. This is of course the place that we are at today. Pranab, give us a sense, we're talking about collaborations and so many people speaking about reaching out to like-minded people to sort of find perhaps, what you're looking for. Like someone just said, I didn't know that someone could have helped me with X skills, and I came here and in a place like this, that's what I found. So this is of course a very good example of that kind of collaboration. Explain to us what's happening here.
So we've got this board up and there's a bunch of people. There's somebody who's a fashion designer, needs an illustrator. All they've had to do is put down their table number and said, I need an illustrator. Someone was clearly having a not very fun day and they just said they need an entertainer for a 5-minute break, Someone's doing a pop-up fashion show, one of our fashion designers, and they need a DJ to work there. And so that's the kind of, we want to create a creative powerhouse here where all your needs are within this space. And that's how we're looking to get people to collaborate offline and online.
And would you say that so far it's been a successful story for you? Do you like the way it's playing out?
We've heard overheard conversations, and there's people already collaborating, creating new projects, and talking about doing events and workshops and masterclasses in this space, which is fantastic for us.
Just to get a sense of just what's happening here, you mentioned someone needs an illustrator, and here they are. There are graphic designers, entertainers. So basically, everything's on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Perhaps other than fixing a broken heart, there are all sorts of things that can go on here.
Yeah, sometime maybe we'll get that.
Maybe you will, and then will you be popular? Right. I'll catch up with you again, Pranab, in just a bit. But we're talking about collaborations and how people get together. Let's speak to more people here on just why they believe this place is a hit, really. Right, so we're now with Shuchir and Anjali. You guys are working together. Shuchir, if I may start by asking you, why the need for a place like this? Why not a conventional office setup?
We actually do have our own office, but it's in Gurgaon. But we're in the food business. We're
We have to
a
travel
tech
a
startup.
lot, so
We are a tech startup. So a lot of meetings we do with our agencies and all in Delhi. So we were working out of a number of cafes, restaurants. I'm not going to name them, but yeah, a lot of coffee shops. And then you would get stares that, buddy, you've been here for 5 hours, and you've had only 2 cups of coffee. There's 500 rupees of sale.
And
But
it's
what
not
happens
always
with-
easy getting their Wi-Fi password, and sometimes they're very apprehensive, and we obviously need access to internet all the time.
The
so-
speed is really bad. You don't have facilities like conference facilities. Then if I have to take a printout, I have to go out somewhere. So this is one-stop shop for it all, and it's not expensive because you get
Well,
to
they priced
redeem
it
what
in
you're
such a
paying.
way,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you believe? Is the one thing that if we've heard about the free Wi-Fi, we've heard about the collaboration, but in your line of work, how has that helped you? Has there been sort of like one tangible thing that you can talk about?
Networking. I found this man today, and he's doing my coasters now.
Yeah, so we've.
Oh, I
So
see.
yeah, so we discovered just Joe today, and he's making a lot
He's
of
a
our
brilliant
merchandise.
illustrator, and he's doing some great merchandise for us. So yeah, we happened to meet him here, and we saw him working on something that he was doing as a project, and that's when we approached him and said, hey, we're looking for someone to do something on the lines of this because we want to start our own merchandise as well. And yeah, it worked brilliantly.
And also what we realize is the type of people that are coming in. I think it's more of the Delhi hipsters that are coming in, because when I would party at a number of places, and you want to have intellectual conversation in the evenings and just hit off some ideas on people. Here in the evenings, like after the co-working space shuts down at 6 o'clock and turns into a party place, I can talk to women, I can talk to men and run off my ideas, bounce it off them, and get intellectual feedback from
It's
them.
like a creative hub, literally,
Yeah.
where you can. It's not always collaborations, but it's great. It's a great place to get ideas bounced off other people. I remember when I was working here a couple of days back, and I was planning our next event. I got some great feedback from other people,
Which you've
sitting
managed to
around me.
incorporate and that
Exactly.
sort of help,
Yeah,
right.
and it's great because there's so much that can come to your mind, but sometimes when you're just in conversation with people, things just evolve to another level, and it's great.
And even on days that we work in office, sometimes we're just frustrated, we cannot think, we just come to
And,
social and we talk to
Right.
people.
And we're in a
here.
space where obviously food is a core, and you get great food here, which is a great source of inspiration for us.
Right. So when you came here, I'm sure that you didn't know that this is how the day was going to pan out. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Even the last time when I came, I actually ended up meeting a whole lot of people. There were photographers, there were business strategists, but they all. I mean, I think a place like this definitely helps.
So is that
people
the
network.
biggest draw for you?
Uh,
These kind of connections, these kind of
Yeah,
meeting these
definitely.
people.
Because also, like he mentioned, like there's printers, scanners as a conference space, so it's an easy space to just work out of. Like, it's just convenient.
It's just
for
convenient.
somebody.
Have an
Yeah,
office.
definitely.
Yeah, like because so many times when we're not working out of office, we're working out of the house,
Yeah.
and I don't know how productive that environment is. You're sitting at home, you're sitting in a space that you're always in. You're not really getting to think so
Correct.
much
And there
'cause
can be
you
enough
sort of get a little,
distractions.
yeah, and you tend to get a little lazy. Let's not lie about that. So I mean, here you're in a space where you're here for a certain number of hours, and you want to get as much as you can out of the day.
Right.
So yeah, it's
So
a great
what's-
space.
Right. Shuchir, so what's the response at home, say, if you were to describe this as your office space? So, because I would imagine this is like a very
At home,
new
they already
age
think I'm
thing.
crazy. They already think I'm crazy what I'm doing. I'm going out, I'm trying to explain to my dad, okay, I'm trying to raise 3 crore rupees from investors. I called my VC here last week, and he's like, I'm going to just sit here and just notice startups, and I might just start investing into them.
Wow.
So I called in my VC here. He sat with me and he was just looking around, saying, "What does that person do? What does that person do? What's his business plan? Maybe I can give him some money."
Wow, that's fascinating.
So
yeah.
it's a place which I think VCs will get attracted to,
Right.
or
So that's, of course-
angels, because
And
that.
India's finally waking up to this
Yes,
concept
right
and
now the
seeing it, in
technology
our big
market
cities.
in India is very immature. Whatever happens in America, it comes to India 2 years later. Right now,
Right.
tech is very hot in America, and I see tech coming in a big way into this
Right.
country.
Right. Well, great, and all the very best. And thanks for speaking
Thank
to
you
us.
so much.
Thank you. Hi, Kabir. So you're helping yourself to some stationery here.
from the stationery company, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I work out of here, and they have some facilities that let you use their stationery when you're working here. So helping myself to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you come and check out a co-working space like this, what are the things that you're looking for? What's on the checklist?
I mean, first and foremost is obviously Wi-Fi. You know, you have to have a space which lets you be connected for emails or whatever kind of research you're doing. Because I work as a digital marketing consultant, so it's very important for me to be online all the time. You know, absorbing the information that is available online for my clients and for myself. So Wi-Fi is obviously top of the list, and just a space which you can have to yourself, like a corner or a table or something where you can put your stuff out, actually be working, taking notes. And the other thing which is very nice about this place is there's a lot of like-minded individuals.
Right.
It's everybody's in the creative space. You can bounce ideas off of each other and get
Has
feedback.
that been
on-
your experience as well?
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
far
sort of-
actually I've been here for about a week and a half now. I've been working with myself and some colleagues of mine, and it has been nice because I get to discuss my ideas with people and I've got good feedback.
So
and
why
people
not a
have
conventional space?
because I think one there is. I don't have the team for that right now. I don't really need that right now. I'm a consultant, so I just need something for myself and
Correct.
something for meetings. They have a conference room where you can actually have some meetings. You can actually have a whiteboard and stuff like that. So I think as compared to your own space, economically this makes sense in
Right.
that sense. And there's cultural managers here that help you through everything. They introduce you to people
I see.
that are into your,
I see.
they're into in your industry as well. So it helps out that way. You get to meet and network with a lot of people as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all coming down to networking and how good you are
Yeah,
at it. Tell me
absolutely,
one thing before I
absolutely.
let you go. Would something like this be like a long-term plan, you think, for someone like you? Or
For
do you
me-
sort of come in, check it out, see how you get going?
I wouldn't say, define long term. For me,
Yeah.
I would say maybe 3 to 6 months, this is a good
Okay.
option because
Okay.
I'm starting up right now. When I get
Right.
a larger team, then eventually I would
Right.
need my own space. But,
Right.
with 2 or 3 people, this is a very good space because they have the area to actually
Right.
be able to sit down and work with people. And they have a conference room for your meetings and stuff like
Right.
that. So it's good for at least, for me, 6 months I could see myself being here. But
Right.
eventually, if I do grow to a point where I need my own space, then
Right.
I would have to explore that.
Right, so you're thinking of like practical considerations
Yeah,
really
absolutely,
to
yeah,
keep in mind.
yeah.
Right,
All
Kabir.
right.
Thanks very
Thank you,
much.
Natasha. Take care.
Well, on that note, we're slipping into a quick break, but co-working, what it offers people, is it for the long run? Who are the kind of people who are getting attracted to spaces like this? We're coming back right after this quick break to find out more. Don't go away.